Today we're going to be looking at two skills when it comes to mail, and that is making filters and also making labels. If you're coming from Outlook, you would know those as files, but you're going to find that they look different in Google. Now there are two ways of doing this. One way is you can go up to the gear here and click on Mail Settings, and in the headings here you see labels and filters. Another way to handle it is that if I click, and now we see nothing here other than refresh and more, but if I click on an email, I add on labels, and over here I can find filters, and I could also build them that way. So we're going to get started. First of all, you have to have labels so you have some place to filter to. So how do you build a label? Well, these are some labels I already have, and I can create a new one, and I'm going to label it because of the emails that came in. And I could also nest a label inside a label if I wanted to. So I've created one. Now notice that I have now labeled this email. Now what makes this different from a file is that I can put this into several labels. I could go up here and say, okay, I want to label this as Mark Ben, and notice it's checked off, but I'd like to label it into a miscellaneous and priority, and by hitting apply, now I have given it 3 different labels. So it's not like a file where it can only go into one place. You can put it in, label it into a number of things, so where you want it to go. I'm going to go back and undo those and keep it that way. And now it's back to just the Mark Ben label. So that's how you set up labels. If you want to manage your labels, you can also go in to the settings, and here we see all the different labels. Some of them I don't have showing. I've decided I want to hide them, and so you can either show or hide. And here's some ones that I've made, or you can create labels, and there's a number of things you can do, and you can also remove them. So if you don't like it, don't want it, like this priority one, you could remove it. So let's go back to our mail. So okay, I have this one labeled. Well, what about the others? Well, now we have filters to set up. So we will remain with this. We'll change to this email, and we can go up to more and filter messages like these. Now what we see is it's saying, okay, so if it comes in with this type of email address, and you can add several other things, or has words, so you can do all kinds of different filters. Now what am I going to do? When it arrives, I can do mark as read, star it, or my favorite is apply the label, so then I don't have to. That's why I need to set up the labels ahead of time. So now I'm going to go in and choose the label, and I'm choosing Mark Ben. Now what Google then Mail does then, it also looks at all the other mail you've already had and says, oh, you have some others that come in matching the same conversation. They came in saying mben@vartech.com, so you can click on that and it will automatically filter those into that. So here, click create filter, and now you can see that all 3 of these have the label Mark Ben. And so if I want to see them later on, if I want to come back and just see Mark Ben, there they are in that label. So that's how you create labels and also filters, which are an organization tool to keep your email in organization and not overwhelming. And that ends this tutorial.